Welcome back to Left, Right and Centre. No party for actor Kamal Haasan. He turned 63 years old today. But he had made there was a lot of speculation. People were talking about how he is going to make an announcement of a political party. But Kamal Haasan clarified that he is not going to announce a political party. He had already taken the political plunge and that his political party is in fact a work in progress. Sam Daniel brings us this report.
No party on birthday. Kamal Haasan said there would be no formal announcement as his political party was still a work in progress. The actor who turned 63 on Tuesday said he was launching a whistleblower mobile app, Mayam Whistle, and he would undertake a tour in January. But he's not ready for elections yet.
As far as the local polls are concerned, first we have to get ready. It's not about jumping into the poll, but getting the party ready.
Kamal Haasan's anti-corruption template is strikingly similar to Arvind Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party. Kamal Haasan says he won't admit anyone with a baggage and he will crowdsource his funding in a transparent manner.
Mayam Whistle is not just an app. We are creating a platform on which various levels of reaching to the public could be done. There's no tainted money that comes into my company as of even for 30 years nearly. It is possible to see where your money comes and refuse it.
Kamal Haasan clarified that he had referred to Hindu extremism rather than terror in his comments last week and said increase in such violence cannot be denied. Well, Kamal Haasan is racing ahead of superstar Rajinikanth, who also nurtures political ambitions. His timeline is not clear yet. With 2 films in hand to complete, Kamal Haasan is hopeful of launching his party in January if things work well. In Chennai, with camera person Edwin, Sam Daniel, NDTV.
So actor Kamal Haasan is taking a novel digital route for his political launch. Will he be able to deliver a political blockbuster? To discuss that, we have with us the Apsara Reddy from the AIADMK Dinakaran group. We also have Narayanan Tirupati of the BJP. We have Saravanan from the DMK. We also have Surendran, who is in fact an IT professional but also part of an organization with whom Kamal Haasan has been working for several years. I'm also joined by Arun Krishnamurthy, who is a psephologist from Chennai. He is also an environmental activist, and that's an area where Kamal Haasan has expressed interest to work along with them to tackle the issue of lakes and desilting of lakes as well. Kamal Haasan has already clarified, in fact, that he is not going to be celebrating his birthday because of the kind of rains that have happened in Chennai. He said that he had in fact had a medical camp this morning where he asked his volunteers to go and work and said that that is not part of his political strategy. In fact, I'm coming straight to you, Surendran, first. You know, this app that Kamal Haasan is talking about launching, a mobile app, is he taking the digital route to in fact reach out to people? But there will also be the criticism that this is a very elite way of reaching out to people, that he is going to be only reaching out to those who perhaps use these kind of apps.
Yeah, this is the initial stage for his political career, political entrance. So in previous days, if you take in previous days, we don't have that much technology to reach each and every public in all the areas. Nowadays, it will be the technology is one of the most powerful tool for us to reach each and every people. So that is the main way, and also he would like to update himself with the various kind of technology. So right now, the technology is one of the major tool. So that is the main reason he chosen the social medias and mobile apps and digitalization, all those kind of things.
So what does this Mayam Whistle actually do? Because just having whistleblowers is not going to make a party. You can say it's the template of the Aam Aadmi Party where you talk about corruption and all that, but just whistleblowers don't make a party. You don't have a cadre yet.
Hello?
Surendran, were you able to hear me? I was saying Mayam Whistle, what exactly is it going to achieve?
At the initial stage, the main thing is before starting a party, we should have some amount of financial level. We should strong ourselves. We should strong our basement. So main purpose is from past 30 to 37 years without any benefits. The fans, the welfare activity members are doing all the welfare activities. So same thing like that to rule in our Tamil Nadu state in the proper way. By having our Kamal Haasan as a good leader, we are going to support with these kind of mobile apps and technologies. So we are going to provide, we are going to spend some financial support for our leader. That is one of the main things for this.
Financial support, crowdsourcing. This is really what perhaps the Aam Aadmi Party also used to talk about. Going across to Apsara Reddy, she's, Kamal Haasan is someone who's now taking a novel approach. This is the age of digital technology. Everyone now has a mobile phone and he's reaching out to people. So why shouldn't this template succeed?
First of all, Uma, I don't know whether it will succeed or not succeed, but Kamal Haasan, if he wants to do good to the people, good for the people of Tamil Nadu, he should enter politics. Anybody who wants to serve the people, I think politics is a good platform. Any well-intentioned citizen is more than welcome in a democracy. But the way you go about it, by sitting in a five-star hotel and launching an app and, making a few statements on a reality television show that you host, actually doesn't mean anything. You have to go out there, meet the people in every village, tour the state, and actually get into the electoral fray before you make all these pompous statements. So I really feel we need to give it time, and we don't have to waste too much time on prime time kind of predicting or premeditating Kamal's next move. I think Kamal Haasan is a very celebrated actor. He has a lot of fans. Let's see what happens and what good comes of it. People are not fools.
Kamal Haasan, in fact, today said that he does a lot of pre-production work, 6 to 7 months just for making a film or preparing for a film. So for launching his political party as well, he wants to do a lot of groundwork in that sense. And for so many years now, people in Tamil Nadu have been talking about. Yes.
Please correct me
I was saying for so many years, people in Tamil Nadu have been talking about voting either for the two-leaf symbol or for the rising sun. Now he is saying, I'm going to have a social audit of the candidates. I will put up candidates who are coming with a clean image and an honest background. So why shouldn't this, why are you skeptical about this crowdsourcing and about getting clean candidates, Saravanan?
See, we are not skeptical about anything. In fact, first of all, we wish Mr. Kamal Haasan a happy birthday. See, it is right and privilege of any person in a democratic country to start a political party. Mr. Kamal Haasan, who knows, he said, I'm already in politics. He knows how the political system operates. In that way, we appreciate the moves. As a as a political bystander, observer, we can say that his moves are well calibrated. He is not jumping. He is not making any tall claims. He is aware what he should be doing. In a way, that is fine. If you look at the past actors in South India, throughout India, in South India at least, there are only 3 actors, popular actors, who have become very successful. Mr. MGR, Selvi J. Jayalalitha, and of course Mr. N.T. Ramarao. Apart from them, everybody else were the also-rans in the political field. So he knows pretty well. Mr. Kamal Haasan knows all this, but still he wants to join politics. It shows his commitment. It shows his courage. That has to be appreciated. And we have seen earlier also, overnight nobody can become a success in politics. It is only their ideologies. It is not their personalities. It is their ideologies. Especially in the state of Tamil Nadu, it is their ideologies which is going to count. And what have they got to offer to the people?
N.T. Ramarao did make that kind of a turnaround in a very short period of time.
The people. I don't think it's possible for
N.T. Ramarao did make that turnaround.
Possible for MJ. I don't think it will be possible for Mr. Kamal Haasan. Short period of time is like not possible.
Mr. Saravanan, if Kamal Haasan stands by himself, he's also, in a sense, positioned himself in the anti-AIADMK space, and that is something that could actually spoil the poll prospects of election prospects for the DMK. Do you see at a later date that you could actually be doing business with Kamal Haasan?
See, I think that will be too speculative to speak about what will happen or what will not happen in the future. If we look at Mr. Vijay Kant, see, he has to struggle hard he was there in politics to be counted as somebody, and he had almost 10% of the votes when two stalwarts were there, Selvi Jayalalitha and Dr. Kalaignar, both of them were there, and he was able to, still then he was able to garner 10% of the votes. And now, because of his failed policies, because he was not projecting an ideology, he was only speaking about corruption. In Tamil Nadu, if you are going to speak only about corruption and you don't have any other ideologies, it's not going to work. We have seen that earlier. So he has to offer something else to the people of Tamil Nadu apart from merely talking about corruption alone and civic communities.
He has a template like the Aam Aadmi Party, which spoke solely about corruption in that sense, that made that the main plank and was able to make a success of it. No one expected that kind of a performance, perhaps. Let me go across to Mr. Narayanan Tirupati.
Let me just rebut this alone. Let me just rebut this alone, Uma. Yeah, just this one, I just make this point alone. Aam Aadmi was successful only in urban Delhi. Everywhere else they were failures. So the same thing will happen here if he follows that template.
Yeah, he would hope that he will be able to replicate it, because now you have mobile penetration everywhere, and he doesn't have a channel, of course, a TV channel, so possibly he is going to be using the mobile as his device to reach out to the people. Arun Krishnamurthy, this criticism that is always thrown at Kamal Haasan, that he is an elitist person, even now he is using a digital route to reach out to the people. Is that going to be a challenge for him to make that connect with the so-called masses? Because very often when people compare Kamal and Rajni, they say Kamal is a class actor, Rajni is a mass person. Therefore, Rajni can connect, whereas Kamal cannot. Do you see that as a drawback, setback for Kamal Haasan?
I think that statement applies only to movies. When it comes to politics, other than the AIADMK and the DMK and a few of the established political parties, everybody else is as disconnected as somebody else from the common masses. Because we're talking about a large state, a 234 constituency state, 40 Lok Sabha seats, including that of Pondicherry. So when we're talking about such a large chunk, it's such a diverse state in terms of its voters, and the women voters of Tamil Nadu are the decision makers. That's exactly where the pulse lies. And are these newcomers, new entrants, and aspirants disconnected from the masses as on date? Most definitely yes. And does it require a lot of groundwork? Without doubt, yes. Because what the AIADMK and the DMK enjoy in Tamil Nadu is this: they have members until the last booth, and they have the ability to bring in people. Let's take in the examples of the BJP or the Congress or even the communist parties. Well, the communists could do so well in Kerala. Why are they not able to reap the magic in Tamil Nadu? It's simple as this. The kind of network, the political network that the AIADMK and the DMK enjoy is something which other political establishments don't have. And even the newcomers. One of the co-panelists was talking about Mr. Vijaykanth. Mr. Vijaykanth was the only other person and the only other political party, the DMDK, which was capable of building that kind of a grassroots similar to ADMK and DMK. Unless that kind of a grassroots until last nerve connectivity is established, it's going to be difficult for anybody to break this ice in Tamil Nadu politics.
Mr. Narayan Tirupati, just like, Prime Minister Modi and the BJP have used social media very effectively, maybe Mr. Kamal Haasan is using the digital route, and with the changing times, maybe he will be able to create a new template of politics. What is your view on the entry of Mr. Kamal Haasan? Though he has not formally announced a party, but he said, I'm there, I've jumped in there, and he has also targeted your party in many senses, I must say. How do you see his political future panning out?
See, Kamal Haasan is a non-starter. He will never start this. As far as my views are concerned, I don't think Kamal, normally he says he takes 6 to 7 months to start a movie. So to start a political party, he may take more than 6 to 7 years. By that time, the entire political scenario in Tamil Nadu would have been changed. So definitely Kamal Haasan will be a very big failure, and there is no doubt that even a small party in Tamil Nadu is a well educated state, literate state, and even small parties, they are very well versed with the digital technologies here, having a lot of apps, WhatsApp groups and all those social media, are very strong in social media. So it's not that only Kamal Haasan is trying to do something. Even we are very strong. DMK is strong. AIDMK has got a network. See, that is not the thing. The thing is that whether Kamal Haasan is really, he really wants to involve in politics or not. He wants to do a good service or not. That is the main thing. But as far as I know, because Mr. Rajinikanth announced that he is entering politics, Kamal Haasan suddenly, he feels that Rajinikanth is a competitor for him right from the day one. That is the reason he has announced that he will,
if Rajinikanth can come into politics, why not Mr. Kamal Haasan? If Rajinikanth can come into politics, why not Kamal Haasan? And a party like yours is perhaps looking for a face like Rajinikanth to be able to be the face of your party in a state like Tamil Nadu, where you are looking to increase your political presence.
Yes, I will tell you. There is a difference between Rajinikanth and Kamal Haasan. Rajinikanth has got fans, as you said, as Arun Krishnamurthy said, he has got fans everywhere, even the rural masses, ladies, women, children, everybody, he has got a lot of mass support. Whereas Kamal Haasan is definitely a better actor than Rajinikanth, no doubt at all. But his segment is totally different, and he will never fit into politics. That is what I feel. And he changes. He says one thing in the morning, next evening he says one thing, next day morning he changes his own words. So I don't think Kamal Haasan will be a positive politician. I don't think.
He is not planning to bring a cinematic glamour into this. Of course, he'll use his fan base. But then he's talking about a new way of politics in Tamil Nadu, and as you can see in the last few months, people have come out and expressed a lot of disgust about the kind of politics that's been happening in Tamil Nadu for so many years. There is a sense of ennui about what's happening there, cynicism about this politics, no hope in it.
No, I think he has not understood what Tamil Nadu politics is. I think he has not understood, the what do you say, the pulse of Tamil Nadu people. And even politics, he is thinking like, is Viswarubam cinema and a movie and all those things. And definitely, I am telling you, it's really a joke what he is trying to say every day. In fact, everybody is confused. We cannot nowadays in Chennai and Tamil Nadu, people who get confused words or confused statements. They say, "Oh, you are talking like Kamal Haasan." That is what people are asking. So we are having a very good entertainment with Kamal Haasan. That's what I can say.
Arun, when we talk about new way of politics, Kamal Haasan is talking about issues that people are quite worried about, concerned about, whether it is the environmental issues. He in fact is reaching out to people like you, not just in your avatar as a cephalogist, but because you are also an environment activist on the ground. He is reaching out to civil society groups. So what are the positives that can actually work for Kamal Haasan on the ground if you were to look at it that way? And you already spoke about what you think is not really working for him yet.
What's happened in Tamil Nadu over the last 3 years is something very interesting that we have to observe. What was building up as pressure, social pressure over the last 3 years was the outcome of the Jallikattu protest or the flood volunteering and much, much more. There are several civic groups across Tamil Nadu, especially in Chennai, Kanchipuram, Tiruvallur districts, which were waiting for a platform. And Mr. Kamal Haasan, through his digital app or his digital voice, is providing that platform to people. Like you were in Chennai last week for the flood coverage, and you even visited this region called Chitlapakam. So the common talk in that region was this. The residents there have been talking about a lake and how that lake was used as a dump yard. They've taken this to everybody. Then the common talk was, let's go to Mr. Kamal Haasan. Probably he'll be able to highlight this issue. So that's the audience he's actually struck with. And that's where I think he's also confident that his app is, that's where I think his app is going to help him, is what he thinks, which I also strongly believe in, because there are civil groups today, social groups today in Chennai, in Tamil Nadu, which see Mr. Kamal Haasan as a launch pad for their cause.
Yes, Apsara, you wanted to say.
Uma, I tend to agree. Yeah, I think I agree with Arun here. I think actors make for great advertisements, and I think they can make for great glamour and great public consumption. But as members of a governing body, as politicians, as leaders, I think Kamal remains to be tested, and for him to be tested, we need to know what his agenda for the people in Tamil Nadu is. I mean, making some political statements on a Big Boss reality TV show or at an audio launch or a memorial launch is one thing. Punch dialogue, politicians are way past their prime right now. I think whether it's Mr. Karunanidhi, whether it's Mr. MGR or Madam Jayalalitha, entered politics at a very young age. They've toured the length and breadth of Tamil Nadu. I think it's very well for every citizen to speak about anti-corruption and anti-terror and all of that. But what is Mr. Kamal Haasan's plan for the people of Tamil Nadu? I think we're wasting our time on prime time, predicting his next move. He has to go to the people, and let's see how the people receive him.
Yes, indeed. We must see how people receive him. Shifting sands of Tamil Nadu, where you don't know who is going to ally with who and what is going to happen next. Real and real in many senses seem to overlap. And even more fantastic stuff seems to happen in the political theatre of Tamil Nadu than what happens on the silver screen. Thanks all of you for joining us on this special show. A lot more coming up on the other side of a short break.